Hi, I'm Mystery and I'm happy to introduce you Studio Light with Gobo filter. That's the Studio Light, which is centered in 3D space. It's high detail model, so you can use it for really close renders. You can see. Okay, that's the light. In the Studio Light, we have user interface, and from here, actually, you control exactly everything with the light. The light is designed just to follow any object you show to the light. Which object, for instance, is your target object. So you see, always following the target. As well, the light beam is going to be that long. That is the distance between the studio light and the target. Make an really easy change the target. For instance, make a new object, doesn't matter what, actually, and go to the user interface data, go right to the bottom, drag your new target. At this time is the cube. So the studio light start following just the new target immediately. Okay, let's delete this one. So the studio light have two colors, if I can say like that. The one is for the glass. The second one is for the light bulb. And for the close renders, if you're using it for close renders for the light, for instance, it is much better if the light bulb you make the color for the light bulb a bit lighter and brighter than the glass, so the renders look much better, nicer, and of course much more realistic. Okay, so let's have a show you the menu. The beam length info is the how long, what exactly is the distance between the studio light and the distance, the studio light, sorry, and the target. And also in here at the back, yeah, and here at the back you can see the target distance. But because for now it's off, you can see you can't see what is the distance between the studio light and the target. For instance, if we turn on any light of them, beam parallel, beam volumetric, just the spotlight, or Gobo lights, just you're gonna see. Let's turn on the beam parallel. And because we have already some light on, we have to use some other color, other lights, so we can see what's going on at the back. Okay, so you see now the difference, the target distance. And if we try and move the target, for instance, by x-axis, so all that is changing. And as well, have a look. And as well, it's changing, it's turning the whole studio light. Okay. So for instance, if you have back renders, you must turn on some of them lights. Doesn't matter which one. That's it. We can combine them. Doesn't matter. If uh, one of them on, just target distance appears. If none of them are on, just it disappear and turn off the button. Okay. Then start showing the lights, different type of them. I'm gonna start with beam parallel. I'm most projecting it on the plane. Let's move it back. Make it be just as a screen. And we're gonna make the plane as a target for the light. Just drag it down here to the target and you're ready to roll. So if we render now, we can see the light beam now. But then if you need the intensity for the light color, just turn it up and you can see complete difference now. Okay. And the second one is the volumetric beam light. You can control the radius of this one by follow. Okay. Then you can use just the spotlight. Just you can spot some objects and everything you like. Crank up intensity, but you can use them too as well. For instance, the beam and the spot. You have complete different results. You can use also the beam parallel. Okay, so you can combine them. Every one of them lights, different lights. You can combine them between. Okay. So now we're going to the Gobo lights, my favorite one. Let's show you the Gobo light. So we have the graph here. I made some Gobo textures over here, but really easy. I'm gonna show you in a bit. Really easy how you can make your own Gobo textures just in seconds. Just really easy. You can download any pictures from internet, which the best way actually is to be in alpha channel. I mean black and white. And that is enough to have a proper projection from the Gobo. Okay, I made one here just a bit before, just a few minutes ago. Oops, not on. So just forgot to tell that when you enabling Gobo light, you have to enable this one as well, just to be sure that it's gonna work. So that's it. Let's make the fall off about 9. Okay, we have the globe now, and really easy now, you can animate it. For instance, I'm gonna show you how it works. So at first I'm gonna show you here, you can offset it, but just to understand how it works, I'm gonna hide the shell of the light and the flaps so you can see much easier. Okay, that's the Gobo, that's the filter, right? Okay, and when you come over here, you can rotate that circle, that disc. Just like that, and really easy, you can animate it. But as well, you can control it by offsetting by U or V coordinates, the texture. So, for instance, if you animate it by offset U, for instance, for instance, to just to rotate at 100%, right? It comes exactly the same. So you go back here, come to 0 frame, frame this one, and at 50th frame you make 100%, or at 120, for instance, you make 99% keyframe. And then if you look this one at the projection screen, now is the plane, you're gonna see exactly the 360 degrees rotating the Earth, the globe, Earth map. Okay. Let's delete this one. Okay, I'm gonna show you how you can make really simple your own texture just in seconds. Let's make a new one, textures for the Gobo. It's always better if you doing it in Gobo texture. So if you make a new one texture, just in here, it comes just with the same layer as them textures. So turn off the color and specular and turn on the alpha channel. And for instance, over here, I download from internet few pictures, and I'm gonna show you with some of them now, or just with one of them now, how it works. Just easy. Let's load some. Okay, which one? This one. Okay, let's have a try. Let's see the result. What's happened? Yeah, I didn't. So when you make it, you have to load it at the material Gobo. So loading it here, and let's have a look. Whoops. What's happened? No. Let's turn it back. Okay, I'm gonna try make it now better. So go to filter. Where's the filter? And make it just black and white. Let's see. What's happening? Yeah, maybe this texture is it's not really how to say uh, good for this one. I'm gonna try with this different one. So it has to be the best way is to be black and white. For instance, this one, you can go and make it on. It's from deposit file. Uh, this one you can make it complete black and white, and it's gonna work just perfect on the Gobo. But because it's not complete black and white, can't recognize it. I'm gonna try with this one now. Let's clear just this first. Not filter. Okay. Let's see. This one. Okay. Haha. Looks interesting now. That's it. So you see now how easy to is to make it. But for instance, you can invert it, and you're gonna have complete different results. That's it. But also we can turn on a Gobo beam. And you see now complete different thingies. And if we make the gradient different, let's have a look at the results. And also we can change the light color to what? Maybe to some red. Okay. You see now complete different results. So you can imagine if you rotate this one texture, if you rotate it, you can imagine what is going to be the result. Okay, let's turn off this one and just use the Gobo and use just the two overlapping. The two overlapping just behind the first Gobo plate. Have a look where it is. The first one is just in front, and then two at the back. So the two ones we have overlap textures, which usually by default is 3.28 centimeters, which I think is the best one. But all just depends of what do you need, and how you're gonna use it, and what textures you're gonna use, and depends of many things. So for instance, you can overlapping it by 0 from 0 to 12, I think, yeah, to 12. Also I'm gonna turn off actually this one. Let's go to default again. You can offset it by x-axis, so you can move it just down. So just same as before, as I told you that you can control. You have a bit more control on what is happening on the screen, on the projection screen, or curtains, or whatever you use. So when you use setting it by x-axis, it's going just down. For instance, if you use them snow, which one is the snow? These ones. If you use the snow ones, so these ones is for the front, so you can see which one is the front and back. You just drag and drop your textures and you're ready to rock. That's it. Okay. And for instance, when you try to animate it, you can make a snowing, for instance, just like that, and rotating them, maybe just a bit more. Just all depends of the textures you're using. So you see, and when it's projecting on the screen, you see snowing. But this one, and maybe I'm gonna invert the alpha. Yes, maybe it's just this one. If we move it just a bit closer, so you can use, you can see better. So you see them snowflakes, and when you're rotating them, two gobbles, whatever it is. Over here, alright, it's like snowing. Okay. Also, you can use it for overlapping 0. And for instance, what? For instance, okay, let's use this one. Oops. Studio Light. But you don't have to rotate this one. 0. That's it. So you see that. But no, you have to arrange it. This one, Studio Light, is gonna be here, and over here we're gonna put maybe just the graph. Let's have a look. But no, the beam. Yes. So you can use them too, lights, but you see the result. But if we invert the alpha channel for the text over here, we're gonna have complete different result. and maybe have to use a different colors for the back plates. Let's use the stars. Let's have a look. Okay, you see the result now. All the stars one. You can combine them too with stars with bubbles, for instance. Let's have a look. Okay. Also, this one you can rotate the. For instance, you can rotate the front one. Studio Light text. Just like that. You see the result. I'm not gonna animating it now because it's gonna take more time. You can rotate it and animate it by keyframing it, and you can rotate the back one as well, but just the overlapping. Maybe it's gonna be 0 or more. You're gonna have a different result. Alright, and you can rotate it here. Right? So you see, you have really many different options, combining them to the front one disc, if I can say it like that. The front one disc with one texture, the back two with another two different textures, so you have more combination on what is projecting on the screen. And for instance, this one bubbles, yes, this one, I was gonna show this one. Yeah, the bubble, I'm gonna turn off the back plates. I'm gonna use this one. I'll show you this one. No, so that is the plain one. But if we use this one, which usually they used to be exactly the same textures, but see now it looks like more like a sphere, and I'm gonna show you how to make it really easy. So for instance, let's make a new project. Take a sphere, make it bigger, closer actually, and use any texture. I must have some here. Okay, this one. So this bubble one is exactly the same as this one, but this one I made it after, like I'm doing it now. So this one, I'm gonna open it. No, but well, yes, exactly to here. So no, just the color. Let's go to the color. Copy channel. Paste. Okay. Let's move it here. Okay. You see, that is your texture, and you could play just a bit with offset settings. You can make it look really nice. That is the texture. Then you make it to the square. For instance, 1200 by 1200. make it perfect in the center, which is easy actually. Make a new cam and center it. Oops, come on. 0 by 0, 0, all to 0. Turn it off. Just bring it back. Turn it on again. Okay. And come here. Make it closer. Now it's complete center. Then you go back here and play with controls. Also, you can make it smaller. Yes, not too much. That is your new texture, perfect one. Okay, now you see how you can make your texture looks like a sphere. For instance, for them bubbles, it's looking good. That's what I think actually. Okay, then what more to show? So the okay, you can change really easy the shape of the studio light. For instance, if you don't really like it, and for instance you want to use the different shapes, you can model vintage one, for instance, studio light, and really easy. You can load it here, and it's gonna work perfect with all that settings over here. I'm gonna show you now. So when you open it, the studio light controls, when you open it, you see down here height stand 1 and height stand 2. Stand 1 I call just to this one stand, just to this one. For instance, how to show to hide it, just this one. So look, okay. And when you make a new one stand, just make it child of this one, height stand 2. Then you go down there and move the shape of the of your new light, studio light, and make it child of this one, height body 2. Then you're ready to roll. For instance, I'll show you. I make a really stupid one over here. That's a nice one anyway. Copy and move it back to the light. So I make it child of that height body 2. Then, oops, just before, we come here at the menu and make it visible. Hide default and unhide the custom one. But the custom one, as you can see, is just here. So that is really easy to control it and to make it to go just straight to there. It's this one. I'm using PSR, reset PSR control tool. You can find it in customized commands when we type PSR, this one, and execute. But just have to turn it 90 degrees minus. Okay, now I have to make it a bit smaller. Scale it down. Maybe that big. Maybe just a bit smaller. That's it. So you have the new shape. You can as I showed you before, you can hide the flaps, or I didn't. You can hide the flaps as well. So that's it. So you have brand new custom shape Studio Light, which work with everything and also following the target and do everything as the original one. Okay. Okay. Now I'm gonna show you if you use multiple lights, studio lights, how to control them colors for the light and for the light beam. Let's make a new one. Let's go copy this one and move it just here. Start turning because they're using exactly the same target, which is the plane at this moment. Okay. Most important thing is them two lights, glass light and light bulb. You just copy them to, so that they're changing them names. As you can see, it's just glass light and light bulb, but in here it's glass light 1 and light bulb 1, which is actually good because always is better to keep everything in order. So let's change them colors to green-ish. When you're changing the color, you have to change the color and the luminance channels. And they're not necessary to be exactly complete the same. I mean, complete exactly the same as RGB and everything. Just make them to be closer. Then we're going to the number 1, which is this one, Studio Light, and load them to colors. Glass light is gonna be here, and the light bulb color is gonna come just here, and we're gonna change what we're gonna change. We're gonna change material of the Gobo, which is gonna be what to be graph, Okay, go to the graph. Let's have a look. So this one, rhombus. So you see, you have complete different result, right? And you really easy control everything. That's nice one. And same as before, copy this one, move it up, and make them new two colors. Come here and change them first colors to blue, maybe. Okay, we're gonna load them as glass, light bulb, and change the material for the Gobo what to be stars with bubbles maybe. Yes. For instance, you can change this one. Let's make a new no. Move it just here. So from the top. Okay, let's move it here. Right here. Then make this one as a target for the third one, studio light. Okay, but also you can change, you can invert alpha channel. So we're gonna have just stars and bubbles. That's what I mean. Let's have a look from this angle. That's it. Okay. Okay, let's check. I'm gonna show you now the gradient for this one. Yes. Green and something like. Let's have a look. You see the result, and if we change them to So I can really easy control everything with the gradient, for instance. You can play a lot. Let's load this one. Texture. Load this texture. Have a look what the result is. Okay. But if we need a beam, for instance, it's going to be complete different. Let's make it look more, how to say, that is for the beam. Let's make it look more, just for themselves, gonna look like good with red, I think. Or something yellow, more orange. Let's have a look. Okay, haha. And if we change this one to dark red, glass light, the light bulb doesn't matter much because we're not using render, which was showing actually uh, the glass of the studio light. Oh, looks really nice. We can increase the intensity. It's like burning. It's too much actually. It's not good enough. Yes. It looks really good, I think.